This is the Meta Ray-Ban display. They're smart glasses from Meta, developed in partnership with Ray-Ban. You're probably familiar with their other models, but what makes these different from other versions is that these have a built-in visual display. If you've been following my channel, or even if you haven't, I ordered the Meta Ray-Ban displays just over a month ago and they finally came in. I need prescription lenses in mind, so it took a little longer than it normally would have if I didn't need prescription lenses. I've actually been playing with them for a week now and having a lot of fun with them. The neural band to control everything has been the best part for me. Well, other than the actual display, of course. I'm gonna be making a bunch of videos with these, but since this is my first time with the displays, I figured we need to get acquainted with them. So let's do a quick unboxing and then go through the setup. Here's the packaging. Let's tear the tab off. First thing is the neural band. Let's actually come back to that. And here's the box for the displays. Let's open this up. Not as cool as the Oakley unboxings, but similar to other Ray-Bans. Here's the charging case. The charging port's here on the side. Let's open it up and take the glasses out. The case folds up so it's easier to put in your backpack or sling when you're not charging your displays. Finally, the displays. Let's open it up and take the arm covers off. And here's an overall look at them. They're a little thick, but I like how they look. Here's how they look on the inside. Let's see what else we get in the box. Here's a reference and safety guide. We have a USB-C to C charging cable, and a black cleaning cloth with a Meta logo on the bottom corner. Now let's take a look at the neural band. It's packed in a separate box. Here's the band. I got a size 1. There's a note on here showing which way to put the band on. And here's the charger for it. And of course we have user guides in here too. And that's everything you get. In case you don't know, the retail price of these in the US is $799. If you're lucky, you can pop into a store that sells them like Best Buy or Sunglass Hut and just pick them up. If you need them with prescription lenses like I do though, you'll have to order them. I ordered mine online, but I think you can go to LensCrafters, who's an authorized seller for Meta glasses, and they can order it for you right there too. But either way, it's an additional $200 for the prescription lenses. If you're in the US, prescription glasses are exempt from sales tax in most states, so it'll come out to $999 for prescription displays. Alright, so you've unboxed your Meta displays. The setup process will take you through a quick tour on how to use them. Oh, just so you know, I'm gonna have sample footage taken with the displays next to these settings so there's something to look at. To set up the glasses, we need to use a Meta AI app. So open it up and hit the plus sign in the top right corner. Scroll down to find the display and neural band and click on it. This shows you how to initially pair the glasses. I already took the tab off during the unboxing, so let's continue to the next step. It's found them, so hit connect. And we're paired. Now we need to pair the neural band. Turn it on by pressing the button on the side for 2 seconds. It's found the band, so let's connect it. Alright, the band's paired. Looks like there's a firmware update, so let's go ahead and download that. Now we need to install it. Looks like we have some other things to go through while it's installing. This is telling us about the new location features like maps and find device. And now it's asking if you want to share additional data. No comment, the choice is yours here. This is telling you to make sure to use your glasses and its features responsibly. There's a driving detection option here that you can turn on. I would actually suggest turning this on because I tried them while driving and the display can be distracting. And now it's showing how to correctly wear the neural band. First, it'll ask which hand you'll be wearing the band. This is generally going to be your right hand. Now to wear the band. You unlock the clasp to loosen the strap and slip it onto your wrist with the line facing towards you. It's checking here to make sure the line is facing you and the module is on top of your wrist. Now it's making sure that the band is worn just past the wrist bone and that it's on snug so that all the sensors are making contact. Now lock the clasp. Still updating, let's skip past this. Alright, now it needs to reboot everything. And we got everything updated. Here are some display accessibility settings. This adjusts what you see in the display. First is the text size. You can increase it up to 1.6 times. There's a toggle here to make the text bold. And here we have the color blindness correction. You can choose the filter you need between grayscale, red-green, green-red, and blue-yellow. Next is the screen reader. When you toggle it on, the glasses will read out loud what's on the screen when you single tap. You can adjust the speaking rate and pitch of it here too. And then there's magnification. When you turn this on, you can triple tap to zoom into the screen and then drag a finger around to move the screen around. Finally, we can put the glasses on to learn the basic controls. Let's have Meta AI explain this section.
Hi, it's Meta AI. To help you get familiar with your new devices, I'm going to show you how to do a few things. Let's take a spin with your camera. Take a look around and find something you want to capture. Press the capture button once. It's near the right hinge. The LED in front blinks to show others are using the camera. Go ahead, take a photo. Great. Now pretend you're a movie director and find something you want to film. Press and hold the capture button to start a video. To stop recording, press the capture button again. Great. Now let's learn how to control your glasses with hand gestures. Quickly tap your index finger to your thumb and release. Great. Did you feel a buzz? You'll feel it with each gesture. Your band is what you'll use to control your glasses. Let's keep going. Welcome to your home. This is where you will find your notifications so you can stay on top of your day. First, let me show you where to find your apps. Quickly swipe your thumb along the side of your index finger to the right. Great, these are your apps. Now swipe down to find the Photos app to find the latest photos and videos you've taken. To select your Photos app, tap your index finger to your thumb. Great, this is where you can see your photos and videos. Next, I'm going to show you how to go back or exit an app. Tap your middle finger to your thumb. Try it now. Great, I'll take you back home and queue up a track. Let's go to your controls. Swipe your thumb along the side of your index finger to the left. Great, this is your control center. Now let's change the volume. Hold your index finger to your thumb and turn your wrist just like you're turning a volume knob. You can do this gesture anytime to adjust the volume. Next, let me show you how to sleep and wake your glasses. To sleep, quickly tap your middle finger to your thumb twice. You'll do the same gesture again to wake your glasses. You reached the end of the tour. Come back anytime for a refresh. You can find other tutorials and helpful tips in the Meta AI app.
Alright, I'm back. It's now asking you to connect music and communication apps, but we'll get to this when we go over the settings. And you're good to go. You can now go through the settings to get everything set up exactly how you want it. So let's go ahead and go through that. Back to the Meta app. First section is the updates. We did this during the setup, but you can check here to make sure your glasses have the current update. Next is the general section. In About, you can change the name for your glasses. Click version and you can see what version firmware your glasses are on. Everything else here gives you all the details for your displays. In here you can also force restart, unpair glasses, or factory reset the glasses if you need. Next is the Wi-Fi section. You'll want to add a network here for things like faster cloud uploads and firmware updates. Here's the help and support section. This will be where you can go if you have issues with your glasses or neural band. Now for the Meta AI settings. Under the Meta preferences, there's the option to turn off Hey Meta. It's suggested to turn this off to get better battery performance, since leaving it on means the mics are always on and listening for the keywords to trigger Meta AI. I like to turn this option off, especially with the displays, since you can trigger Meta AI with a neural band or the touchpad on the glasses themselves. Go back, and next is the language and voice options. You can choose the language for Meta AI here. Right now, there's only English, French, and Italian. You can also select the voice for Meta AI here. Under cellular updates, you can choose if you want to use cellular data for firmware updates when Wi-Fi isn't available. The next section is the communication settings. Here you can connect your phone, WhatsApp, Messenger, Instagram, and Facebook to your glasses, so you can use it to make calls, send and receive messages, and for sharing. Down here is a toggle to announce calls so you can hear who's calling you. Next is the app connections. These are the current apps that you can connect to the displays. At the top is other connected apps. Right now, the only apps here are Google Calendar and Outlook Calendar. Let's go to assign defaults. Here you can choose what music, podcast, or radio app will be used when you use your voice. Now for the gestures. Here you can choose what tap and hold on the touchpad of the glasses will do. You can choose to open one of the music apps, trigger Meta AI, or do nothing at all. And next is the media settings. Something to note here is that there's no option to select the resolution and frame rate like on other Meta glasses. For the displays, the stated resolution for videos, according to Meta's own site, is 1440 by 1920 at 30 frames per second. You can choose a video length though. Right now the only options are 1 and 3 minutes. I'm hoping they bring 5 minutes or even the 15 and 30 second options here. There's an auto review section here. With this on, whatever photo or video you capture will immediately be shown on the display after you take it. And at the bottom is the capture enhancements. Here are the options for auto level and media quality. They're turned on by default, but I like to turn media quality off because it'll crop into your image when it thinks that there's an obstruction in view, like a hat. I don't like how it diminishes the quality of the photos and videos, and I'd rather crop the images myself. And next is the audio settings. Here's the option for auto pause that will pause audio when you take your glasses off. And there's also adaptive volume. I heard turning this off will also improve the battery life in your glasses since again, the mics are always on so it knows when to adjust the volume. I skate and bike around a lot, so I like to leave this feature on, but of course it's up to you. Next is early access. You have to opt in for this feature, and it still depends on what you'll be given access to. Right now, I only have natural conversations. Let's scroll down a bit and check out notification LED brightness. Here you can adjust the brightness of the notification LED inside of the glasses. There's no way to change the brightness for the capture LED on the front of the glasses. And here's the toggle for wear detection. This will pause features when you take your glasses off. I just leave this on unless I'm trying to film the display for videos like this. Next is customized controls. First is the touchpad options. We saw most of this in app connections, but here you can also invert the swipe gestures on the touchpad. Next is the thumb double tap with the neural band. Here you can choose what happens when you double tap your thumb. Then finally is the swipe gestures. You can choose to invert the gestures when navigating through the displays with the neural band. And next is the driving detection toggle. We saw this earlier when we were originally setting up the glasses, but real quick, it goes into audio only mode when it detects high speed movement. Next is glasses privacy. You can go over and set your privacy options here. The voice activity log is here too. This is where you can go to see previous voice transcripts. Next is the device lock. Here you can choose if a passcode is required to use your displays. It's a nice safety feature. And finally, we have vision accessibility. Again, this is the same setting that we saw when we were setting up the glasses. So if you didn't adjust them earlier, you can do that here. And that's all the settings for the glasses. Now let's quickly check out the neural band settings. First is the update section where you can make sure your band has the latest firmware. Under general, we have band details. Here you can change the name for your band and also choose the handedness. You can also check the firmware version your band is on. I like the improvements note on here. Also in general, you can force restart, unpair, and factory reset the neural band if needed. Help and support section here to find answers if you're having trouble with your band or glasses. And finally, the early access section. I can't wait for them to add the handwriting feature to test here. And that's all the settings for the displays and neural band to get you going. Now the settings menu might change whenever there's an update, but that's generally how you're going to set them up. I'm hoping for new features to come soon though, especially the handwriting feature. So I'm actually working on my first impressions video on the displays, but I wanted to use them for a while before I can give my honest thoughts on them. As someone who uses Meta glasses pretty much every day, I can tell you that these are pretty impressive, and there's definitely potential here. The one thing I'm not impressed with is the camera. Since this is one of their newer glasses, I thought it was going to have the 3K camera like in all the other recent Metas, but the camera in the displays is only 1440 by 1920, so it's better than 1080 but lower than 3K. Why doesn't this have the same new camera? Now the displays are going to be great for users who could benefit from enhanced hearing features. The closed captioning and the translation features are awesome to see on these. But yeah, make sure to subscribe to the channel because I'm going to be making more videos like these. I'm branching out to other brands too, like Waves and Catify. I already got my pre-orders in for those, just need them to be delivered now. If there's anything you want me to test on any of the Meta glasses though, or if there's another brand you think I should try, let me know about it in comments. Oh, and sorry if it takes me like a week to get to your comments, I'm pretty bad at checking them. I'm trying to be better at it.